All right, so that is coming up a little later on in this bulletin. But like we said, 47 days of accountability begins tonight. And we start off with Kisumu County. So we want to take a look at these audit reports that have been released by the Auditor General's Office. And these are audits for the year 2014-2015. Now, the reports are quite extensive. They take a look at financial statements, but also at the behavior of those who are in the management of the county. So tonight, we start off with what's happening in Kisumu County. And remember, this is by no means exhaustive. So we've just picked out some of these for you. So if you are in Kisumu County and you are looking forward to the rehabilitation of this road, Forum's Lolwe Road, this is what happened to this road in the year 2014-2015. First of all, this was the contract sum for the work, 2.9 million shillings. Now, there are some problems with this project. One is that the performance bond for the contract, which is provided by the contractor, expired even before the contract had been entered into the day before. But it doesn't end there. So 2.9 million shillings was the contract sum to rehabilitate this road. If you can move to the next one, you will start to see then what happened. The work was supposed to take 1 month, but the work was evaluated just 1 day after the contract was signed. And it gets worse. There was double billing because the variation had already been included in the first bill of quantities, so they were not quite sure. Now, upon physical verification by the Auditor General's Office, the work done was valued at just 718,500 shillings, and that's from the total project cost of 2.9 million shillings. What was the verdict? No value for money was achieved, or rather the full value for money was not achieved in this particular project. So let's take a look at some other queries that the auditor had with Kisumu County for the financial year of 2014-2015. There was a curious payment to the Council of Governors valued at 11.07 million shillings. Now, it turns out that this amount was in fact an overpayment. Why? Because the Council of Governors itself had demanded 7.9 million. So bear in mind, this, according to the Kisumu reports, 11.073 million. Now, if we go to the next one, you will find that the COG itself didn't even demand the 11 million, but this was their demand, 7.9 million shillings. And again, there was no evidentiary documents provided to the auditor's office for the reason for this payment in the first place. It gets worse. So therefore, this was an overpayment of 3 million. It gets worse, still, to the Council of Governors. This amount of money, 3.73 million, was paid for furniture, get this, that was never destined for Kisumu County. This is furniture that was actually headed to the Council of Governors and was actually delivered. It was not made clear why the Kisumu County government would be paying 3 million for furniture that was made for the Council of Governors office. All right. Now, here's an interesting one. And this is certain payments to the Speaker of the County Assembly. Now, it was revealed that the Speaker of the Kisumu County Assembly was paid a monthly special duty allowance of 26,000 shillings per month. For the period of 2014-2015, it totaled 494,000 shillings a month. What's the problem with this, you may ask? This was contrary to an SRC circular dated 27th November 2013. So this payment was in contravention of an SRC regulation. This is just a short, taking a look at some of those that are there. The reports are quite extensive. But this is what was interesting about Kisumu County, just as we wrap up this presentation. Now, for its revenue collection, the county operates one single bank account at KCB, into which revenues from all the six sub-counties is banked. However, no records are maintained at county headquarters, so they cannot even reconcile the amounts that are collected. So this can lead to possible leakages. They don't have an updated cash book, they don't do monthly bank reconciliation statements, and so they wouldn't even be able to know if there were any errors or unusual transactions. That is how the Kisumu County is being run. So let's talk a little bit more about that. Kisumu County was, of course, among the counties that were taking a look at what was happening there. And this was one of those counties that was supposed to be able to look at these funds. Now, remember,